Imagine being able to double your weight loss simply by making a few smart food swaps. It sounds too good to be true, but according to scientists, switching ultra-processed foods for minimally processed ones can help you cut calories and curb your cravings. But here's the question. If two diets are nutritionally equal, does the level of processing still affect weight and health? Dr. Sam Dicken, a research fellow in the Department of Behavioral Science and Health at University College London, UCL, set out to answer this question in a landmark study published in Nature. The results were astonishing. People who ate a diet of minimally processed foods lost twice the weight as those eating ultra-processed foods, even when both diets met government healthy eating guidelines. So, what exactly are ultra-processed foods? And how can we make the switch to a healthier diet? In the UK, more than half of our calories come from ultra-processed foods such as ready meals, breakfast cereals, and mass-produced bread. These everyday foods have been linked to over 30 chronic diseases, including obesity, type 2 diabetes, and stroke. Until now, most research has focused on nutritionally poor ultra-processed foods, high in sugar, salt, and saturated fat, while low in fiber. But this study is different. It looks at healthy, ultra-processed foods that meet nutritional recommendations for fat, saturated fat, protein, carbohydrate, salt, fiber, fruit, and vegetables. As Dr. Dicken, the lead author of the study, points out, not all ultra-processed foods are inherently unhealthy. Supermarkets now offer plenty of healthier, nutritionally balanced ultra-processed foods like whole-grain breakfast cereals and high-fiber ready meals. But Rob Hobson, a nutritionist and author of Unprocess Your Family Life, says the study adds to concerns about the role of ultra-processed foods in weight gain and wider health. It's not just about additives, calories, or sugar, but how food is made and how that affects our eating behavior. Relying less on ultra-processed foods, even ones marketed as healthy, can support better weight management and long-term health. So how can we make the switch? Cutting out all ultra-processed foods is unrealistic in our current food environment, but making a few smart food swaps can make all the difference. Here are some examples. Swap breakfast cereal with milk for overnight oats with frozen or fresh fruit. Swap a meal deal chicken sandwich for a homemade chicken salad flatbread. Swap a spaghetti bolognese ready meal for a homemade equivalent. Swap low-fat fruit yogurt for low-fat natural yogurt with fruit. And swap processed nut snacks for whole nuts. These simple swaps can help you reduce calorie and sugar intake, boost fiber, protein, antioxidants, vitamins, and calcium, and support weight management. As Dr. Adrian Brown, the study's co-author and a senior research fellow in nutrition and dietetics at UCL, points out, oats provide slow-release energy, helping control blood glucose levels, which may keep you feeling fuller for longer. And this is the part most people miss. It's not just about the food itself, but how it's made and how it affects our eating behavior. Ultra-processed foods are engineered to be moreish, with more calories per bite and a softer texture, making them easier to eat quickly. By contrast, minimally processed foods are bulkier, higher in fiber, and take longer to eat, making them more filling. In the trial, participants who ate minimally processed foods consumed about 290 fewer calories a day, compared with 120 fewer on the ultra-processed food diet. They also found it twice as easy to resist cravings. So what can we learn from the ultra-processed food versus minimally processed food trial? The study involved 55 overweight adults who were given either a diet of convenience foods or a diet of homemade meals, both of which met the UK's Eat Well guide. The results showed that both groups lost weight, but people eating minimally processed meals lost twice as much, 2% of body weight, versus 1% on the ultra-processed food diet. That's significant. Continued over a year, the minimally processed food diet could mean a 9 to 13% weight loss, compared with 4 to 5% on the ultra-processed food diet. But here's where it gets controversial. Some experts argue that the focus on processing is misguided and that what really matters is the nutritional content of the food. Others argue that the study's findings are too simplistic and that the relationship between food processing and weight loss is more complex. So, what do you think? Do you agree that the level of processing affects weight and health, or do you think it's just about the nutritional content of the food? Let us know in the comments. And if you're trying to lose weight, here are some healthy weight loss tips from the experts. Follow the Eat Well guide. Prioritize high-fiber foods, check calorie density, and be cautious with calorie-dense foods that have a soft texture. As Dr. Sam Dickens says, the main message is that nutritional guidelines work. Both groups lost weight. However, processing still makes a difference. Choosing foods that are less processed may help you lose more weight. So, make the switch today and start your journey to a healthier, happier you.